So first we're gonna start from the wings. Right? So we will use ink. Right? Put the ink besides, right? You can see I didn't put a lot of ink. The brush should be dry and not too much water in the brush, right? So when you do the butterfly, right, usually you start from the wing, not from the body, from the wing. That's one interesting. So when you have the two lines, right, you see the two lines. These are the two sides of the wings, right? So now you can starting to color the, well, when we color, right? So you see the colors starting from the top. Right? So this is one wing. So we're gonna start the other one. All right, the other one here. Now we're gonna switch to a little bit lighter color, but before that, right, we need to actually fix the body, right? So for the head, for this level of details, what we're gonna do, right, for the head, we're just gonna do an oval, see the whole black. And later I'm going to show you the details how to paint, right? So then you can have the mouth, right? Then the body part here. Right, so the body, you can just go like this. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to a bit lighter color, which I'm gonna put the color here. So I'm gonna wash my brush, right? So you see after the wash, dry your brush. Go for lighter ink. So now for the bottom part of the butterfly, right? I'm going to use lighter ink. Right. The lighter one, gonna go for the lighter ink and come back. Just come back from outside in. Right, come back here. Now this is the below, right? For butterfly, right, a lot of paintings, right? The thing is, try not to do everything too strong, right? So now, for the wings, usually here, you got one heavier stroke here, one, got another one here. Okay. So now, when we finish this part, right, what we're gonna do next, right? You see, I haven't add all the legs, all the details, right? Next, what we're gonna do is actually to color the wing first, right? So when you color, let's say now I'm going to use brown, right? Which is the 90, right? The 684. 684, right? I'm gonna put down the color here. Mm-hmm. 684 not come out. Okay, I'm gonna put the color here. Now, just now I mentioned, right? So for this color is actually you can mix with ink. So what I mean, right? Now I'm gonna to take the color onto my brush. A little bit more, right? Then, right, after I have the brown on my brush, on the tape, I'm gonna have a little bit black color on the tape. Now, what you do, right, is actually for this way, I'm gonna start from the body, right? By dabbing, you see, it's dabbing to the outside of the wing, right? So now also this part. Now, because your tape has ink, right? So then the transition is more natural, right? So then you do the second one, right? Okay, so now we finish the butterfly. This is, if it's too white, it can absorb the water by using the tissue. So now we're gonna use a line brush, small line brush. I'm gonna take the ink, show the palette here. Take the ink first. Now, so first we're gonna do outside in, right? Remember this one, the butterfly when you do, right? Do not do inside out. It's actually outside in. On the tape, you can actually have one small coming in one, right? Then the other one, small, just like that. Right. So you're gonna have the leg. Because this one is actually landing on a leaf or branches, right? What you can do is actually to give the leg this way. And this way. Right. The body can give a little bit more detail for the body, right? Okay, now, so the next steps, right, you should do is actually when this color is dried, right, whenever you want to give more details, right, you need to wait it's dry. I think my one should be okay. So what I'm gonna do, right, using the line brush to actually outline the detailed texture of the butterfly. So I'm come down below, come back. Right. And for the inside rings also. All right, so now this is the wings and the body, right? So now for the outside, right, for tip here, right, for the finishing parts, you can actually give a little bit darker ink, right, for the dots, to do some dots here. Also here, you have some dots. Right, so once that's finished, right, what we're gonna do now, right, is when the head, the butterfly head, is dry, the ink is dry. What we do, right? You see, I'm having the brown, right? See, I'm taking the brown color, and then I'm gonna go for the eyes. You see, on top of the ink, right? So if it's too dark, I think the camera very dark, right? You can actually mix a little bit of white, so that is a bit brighter, right? So not so dark. I just put a little bit white. So you see, it's actually the brown taking on the white. But if you can see right on your camera, right? Sorry, if you see directly, right, it's actually bright enough, right? You don't need to do that. But if it's now you can do it like this, right? So now what we're gonna do, right? Fine tune the wing a little bit. And then you can actually paint where this butterfly lines are. See here, right? You're gonna have a grass here. Come down to here. Right, so this is a bit detailed version of the butterfly, right? So now we move on to the next one, right? Next one is a simpler version of the butterfly, right? So now simpler version, right? Same thing, is actually we're gonna use ink. See, I have the ink here. Take on the pure ink. Simpler version, right? Let me do that. So we're gonna do on the left one wing. So press down your brush, press and go. Release the brush. Now the tail can go a bit wider, Now on the right, now this is the left wing, right? Then the right hand wing, You're gonna do this, Press down the brush, coming in. Think needs more ink on the brush. So 1, 2, 3, right? And 4. Now, once you finish these 2 wings, right, we're coming down to the lower wings, right? We're gonna use same thing, the color plus the ink. Now, so what I do, right, so maybe I zoom out a little bit so you can see how I'm working. So now what I do, I wash my brush just a little bit. No need to wash off all the ink, right? Now I'm taking the brown color on my brush. Put the brown onto the brush. So my brush is in brown, right? Same thing, brown color, tape as the ink here on the tape. Now what you do here, right, is actually starting from the left wing, right, go up. So the tape, the darker, right, is on the outside. You can do here, 1, 2, 3, small one, right? Then the right hand, see, show which way better to show. Yeah, I put this way lah. You can paint, you know, as you can see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Small one on the right hand side. Then here is a bit longer. And then the end, right? We're gonna have small below the tail on the wings. So for the black color, for the black ink, sorry. Now for the body, right? Same thing. We're gonna use small line brush. Line brush. We're gonna have on the top, you can have the head, the 2 eyes. Zoom in a bit now. Got the eyes here. We're gonna have the body. right? Same thing, right? You can do the flex. Things like that. Like that. Okay. Same for the top. Side one. Right. So this, comparing to this butterfly, is a simpler version, but this one, right? The concept of ink and color, right? How we're gonna apply that, right? So usually you wait until this bit dry. So I think it should be dried already, right? So now what we do is we're gonna take the color, the 493, right? The sunting, right? So we're gonna take 493, put here. You see, huh? I have a little bit white just now on the palette, right? So whenever you're gonna apply color on top of ink, right? Let's say for small objects like butterfly, the thing is you need to make sure the contrast is clear. So what I do, right? I'm gonna take a little bit white into the lighter blue. So my lighter blue is more strong. And now my brush, right? Remember your brush is almost dry, right? No, not so much water. That's the thing. Because when you have water, right? When you take the ink and you apply onto the, you take the pins and apply onto the ink, right? The water will actually smudging them all together, right? So you can't see very clear. So now, once you have the color, right? See, I'm gonna paint on top of the ink. I'm gonna have one coming in, stroke, two stroke, three coming in, and some small one at the bottom. Three, four. One, two, four. And on this side, you have another stroke here and three. Now, for this butterfly, right, compared to this one, we actually skip a lot of details. You know, we didn't paint a lot of details on the wings. And also, we try actually to simplify the wings by a few strokes. You know, in the real world, right, the butterfly wings doesn't look like this, but it's actually by stroke, so it's more simplified this way, right, in Chinese painting. Okay, that's for following. Okay, right? Am I too fast or too slow? Okay, so never mind. We will do another one, right? Now this time, I'm really sure. Okay, let me see. Uh, yep. I start for dragonfly, right? You're gonna start from the head. You see, left, right, come back. Now, when you have the color transition, right? So if I can show you more clear. When you have the transition color on your brush, it's very important you do not smudge in your brush, right? You see, go down and go up, right? So it should go one direction, left, right, left and right. Okay, so this is the head. Now, Okay, now we go for the body, right? Here. Okay, still in the zoom. Okay, good. Okay. Now the head, after the head, we go for the body. Right? Okay, now when we go for the body, right, what we're gonna do is same, the tape, the red, orange tape, red. We go this way, this direction, to the left. So you're gonna have the center line, right? Then on the ones to the left, and the ones to the right, you should have both direction. You do not do one stroke, it's actually two strokes. So one to the left, one to the right, and then continue to come down, right? You see, when I have the double color, right? When I want to make it a bit longer, I do not drag my brush, but instead like dabbing, right? So dabbing. Right. Now we come to the tail of the dragonfly. So the tail, you might want to go outside in. So you see, I go here. I can go this one, go up, and come back again from here. Right. The ink, the stroke can be a little bit dry. You can see the stroke is dry. Right? Dry is okay, and just make sure it doesn't smudging everywhere. Now the tape, you can have, see the 珠标朱砂, right? Have some 朱砂, the darker one, right? And here, right, you can do here. Not the head, right? When we come back to the head, so remember the dragonfly, right? It actually has two eye, to the, how to say, is a very big eye. So now on the left, I got one stroke. On the right, I got one stroke. But this stroke do not touch the head. Right? Do not touch the head with the stroke. So the difference, right? Now when we come into the wings, the difference between the dragonfly and butterfly, right? You see, just now the butterfly, we color first, then we do the small detail lines. But for the dragonfly, we're gonna do the detail lines first, then you color, right? Because the thing for the dragonfly, we want to make sure the transparency of the wings. So we're gonna do, we start here. You can start from the left one, down here, one, also the right hand one. I'm gonna start the second wing. I'm actually doing the top. I can do here. This one coming in, right? Base. Usually you will do one side, this on the other side you don't do a lot, right? So this side not so much. Okay. Now we will need to use the yellow color, the 218 yellow color. The yellow color, right? You're gonna have a little. You see my brush? I'm having the yellow color on the brush. Then the tape, you can go for the 399. A bit 399 on the tape. Now when you color, right? You're gonna color this way, inside out. So it's dabbing, right? It's not dragging or smudging. Same.
Is that yellow or green?
It's yellow. Yeah. So on this side, it's the tape is the 猪标, the orange. Okay, all right. So once you finish this, just on the tape, the head, you can go just a little bit small details. Okay. Right now, this is the so-called a little bit more details in the dragonfly, but we can go a bit more 写意 It's actually, let's see, we're gonna paint another dragonfly here, so I can start also same from the head. But when you do, let's say this one, we do the side way, the flying this way, this direction, the wings go this direction. The thing when you do this, the side way, you do not paint the whole round head, right? So what you do is gonna have like first one, this way, right? Body, just go this way, and then the tail. You can actually split. Some like last time, I think with the other class we had people ask, how it's like the tail should be split, right? You should have some. Let's say this one, you should have some splitting, right? That's okay. The details, right? You wanna cover the detail. That's okay. Like that. Now for the wings, for the wings, for a bit high level one, right? We're gonna just use lighter ink instead of using the lines and colors, right? So you can do is, but when you're using the lighter ink, right? The one thing is you do not do too heavy. The color cannot be too dark, right? So you can have, let's say, one wings from here. Then you have the other wings in front. the other side here. Then the other one here. And then for the wings, for the other of the dragonfly, on the tip of the wings, usually they will have one black dot there. Right. Right. So this is much more like hello, right? Depending on the focus of your painting, if you're focusing more on the insect, right? You can give more details, you know, this type of detailed. So far, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Then we go for the next one. We go for the bee, BB.
Yeah.
No, we are going to paint the bee. Yeah, okay. So for bee, it actually comes with a lot of flowers, right? You can actually do a lot of flower painting with the bee. So I'm going to paint a sideways bee. So first one, same thing. For bee, similar to dragonfly, it also has the head, right? Then one eyes, two eyes, right? Now for the body, right? We are not going to use very heavy ink. So you can see I'm actually to use a bit lighter ink. There. So from here, and the thing is, I actually wanted to smudge a little bit because the body of the bee is actually a bit hairy, you know. So what we want to do is actually to use a little bit lighter ink and let it smudging into the paper, right? Now I'm taking a bit strong ink in my tape, and I will dry my brush a little bit. So now for the wings, I will do wings before I do the body. You can have here one wing, the other wing here. Right. Now the wing is connecting to the upper body, right? So now we're gonna do the body. So body, right? Just now we have yellow, we have the orange. Usually we will create the orange color. So you can take a little bit the darker, the orange into the yellow, right? So now from here, right? What we're gonna do is actually the body. See, I go this way. Now, after you did this, right? Wait until this body is about half dry, half dry, not 100% dry. So, let me tissue paper, dry a little bit, half dry. Then I'm taking the ink on the brush, ink. From here, I'm gonna color the body of the bee. So I'm gonna do strap by strap, strap by strap. Right. Now, then for the leg, And then last one here. So for the bee, the thing is, the wings are usually, let's say you are painting the ones flying, right? Because the wings actually shaking very fast, the flying. So you do not like paint like butterfly or dragonfly that's very clear. So similar thing, right? When you're painting the ones like flying, right? You do usually you can actually put more lighter ink on the wings to show that it's actually flying very fast. Right? Yeah, so this is the detailed, a little bit more detail into the bee, right? But we also have, I think in a lot of Chinese painting, what you saw is actually the bee is quite a simple one, right? What they do is just like this. So now we do the bit high level one. So first I'm gonna take the ink, just for the head. So you can have the head, eyes, just like that, right? Then for the whole upper body, just paint it black. That's a little bit here, right? See, a little bit small outline there, not coming back. To take the same orange color for the body, right? So just put it there. Same thing, need to wait a half dry. I'm gonna have on the top like this. Then for the wings, okay. Yeah, see that. Didn't see it.
Can I look at the bee? Oh, okay.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna have the 302 here, the red 302, Then I'm gonna have the 390 here. Here. Okay, so you just did. So I'm gonna have the 302 on my brush first. You see, when you have a lot of colors in the palette, right? you can actually, let's say now I don't want this too red. I can mix a little bit with the orange, right? These colors you can mix together. It will give you a different color tone, right? But you can stick to 302. I just want to show you, you can do that. And then the tape, we got 390. 390. Okay, so now we're gonna start for the peony, right? So we can do from here. So the composition I'm thinking, right, is similar, I can have one flower here, right? Maybe another small flower here also can. Then the branches come from here, go up, then some leaf here, right? Then I can have two butterfly here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start the peony. I'm gonna start from here. Okay, so one. Still remember, right? Right, one stroke, and two. Right, then three. Right. Until now, when you're painting the flowers, right, try give more like free, right? The brush, right, let it go more free, right? So more natural, right? So we have here, go here, one more. Right, then below, another petal. Now here, right, and more horizontal one. Here, one. So far, okay. Or you want me to wait, right? Just let me know. Okay. Now same, on top, we're gonna have one petal on top, another petal here. We have more. Here. Now for the lighter one, right? I'm gonna cover, so some whites, right? I wanna just easy, cover. Right, so for this side, some white, if you don't like too much white, right, you can cover. So once you cover, right, it becomes the color. And here, some more inside, the petals there. Okay, so this flower will come down here, right? Come this way and go up. Right, now this is at the beginning when we mentioned that we're gonna have this ink separated from the color, right? I'm gonna take the smaller brush. Sorry, just let me finish the flower by adding the center, right?
老师，我不敢画画。
啊，不然画画，为什么？为什么？
Very good at peony. Then like I don't want to draw on that paper. Completely.
哦，天哪 I think just
Not.
yeah, can put like let's say
看你画而已，我先看你。
可以没问题啊，就是可以画别的画了。如果是比如你，不过这个我 recall 了，等你可以
OK。
再复习一下，对。Then I will put the center right. Okay, then the center, right? Usually we will have this color, this 深绿 593, right? Just put in the center a little bit. It's okay. Put in the center. Just, okay. So now we'll finish one flower, right? So because later I'm gonna put the maybe one butterfly here, right? Maybe just another one here. So 2 butterfly here, and then this one the composition, right? It's actually you see a lot of painting. Huh? The thing is, you can design whether the flower is facing the butterfly or the butterfly is flying into the flower, right? So this one, now we're gonna go for the ink, huh? So this one. Okay, I'll put some ink. Now, this one, the bigger brush, right, for the leaves. We're gonna have first lighter ink, right? So you can wash your brush, take some more water, take a little bit ink, huh? And then you can do on the other side, do this way.
We are going with the same big brush or we are taking smaller?
Same big brush for the leaves. Yeah, for the leaves, we need the bigger brush. Yeah, this bigger brush, same bigger brush.
And we took the light ink or just ink?
Light ink, which means, you know, the same brush, right, you can wash off. Then once you wash off, right, take a little bit ink, take a little bit and come to the side and try lighter. If it's still darker, right, just wash off again and try lighter. So we will start a bit lighter first, lighter ink. Then the tape, on the tape, we're gonna have a bit darker ink. The same thing that when we're painting the flower, right? The tape has a bit darker ink, right? So the leaf, if you remember, right, we have this leaf like this. So this is one leaf, right? So we're gonna have the other parts of the leaf here come up.
Only black, right?
Black, yes, correct. And then when you're doing the ink, right, you can also do this. So bigger stroke for the leaf, you see, big one. Huh? on the side. Huh? I have this one on the side. This one below. And we can have some more here, right? See, this way, come back, this way. Lighter one, huh? Come back again. Now, when you do the leaf, remember is actually you need to also have the contrast, right? Strong, heavier color and lighter color, right? So you can have here some more leaf below. Maybe here I just want to have another leaf on top. Some more here, right? So this one gonna have on below one leaf. This side I come back on below one leaf. Then you're gonna have smaller leaf, right? Also. Okay. I think I don't have enough space for another flower, but I can do a bud on this side. And use back the same color, the red, the tape, and do a bud here by this way. Now, still we'll come back with the ink. Same lighter ink, right? With a bit heavier ink for the stems. So we're gonna have in the center, come back here, and then here, go down here, come back again. Now, below, behind you have another branches, right? Some are small branch inside, right? We're gonna do here. Connect. You're gonna have some smaller branches that goes like this. I'll show you. Then you have, those are very small bud. Very small bud, right? Same thing, you're taking the orange, right? Then the top, taking the red, right? I'm gonna do here. 1, 2, 3. Right? Now, at the beginning I mentioned, right? You can mix the brown color. The 90 90 is 6A4. You can mix the 6A4 with ink. And how it looks like when you're mixing this color, right, is you can see, I'll show you. I'm taking a little bit ink into this brown color. You see, I'm trying to mix a very dark brown color, right? So now when I have the dark brown color, right, on my brush, now I come back to the ink again to take the darker ink on the tape, right? So now when I paint, right, the color is somehow, see, It's thicker like that. Can you see this thicker transition, the brown color, right? So that's how the brown color mix with ink. So usually that's actually when you do the main branches, right? You can do that color, but it's actually you can mix with the ink, right? So now this is still quite white. We will not do the wing first, right? So now what we do is we're gonna do the butterfly, what we learned today. We now, when we do the butterfly, we can switch back to the smaller brush, right? So what I'm gonna do is the, you know, the three, I'm going to do this version of the butterfly, not the detailed version, right? Because what I'm thinking, right, which butterfly you should paint is depending on your whole painting, right? So for this painting, I want to make the butterfly a little bit bigger. So I think I'm gonna paint a butterfly landing on this flower, right? Maybe land here. Take ink. Now from here, right? So one. When you switch in the brush, I try to remember, right? Prepare a tissue, right? If your brush is come with a lot of water, right, so that it can stop the smudging, right? One, two, three. The other one here, right? Then on this side, I'm gonna have the other wings here. So press down, coming back, right? Maybe another second one, pressing, coming back. Yeah. Then for the body, right? If you're comfortable using this brush, it's okay. But then definitely for the top, you're gonna use small line brush. Press dot, coming back, dot, coming back. This, the back. Right. So now this is the ink version. Later we're gonna put the color on that. Now I'm gonna do a second one, which actually I think is flying from this direction, but flying to the flower. Yeah. Same like what we did just now. Take more ink. Bigger stroke coming in. One, two, three. Right. Upper wing. Now the lower wing, same, huh? Sun, one, two, three, come back. And the other side, huh? Two. I'm coming back. Same thing, huh? Coming back. And then the same tail. Then you have the body, the head. for the butterfly, right, when it's flying, remember the leg is, you need to actually have the leg, especially for this size what we have. Okay. Okay. So now I wash my brush. I'm gonna apply the color on the wing, right? So you can decide the color, you know, if you like some, you know, like blue or some even like this color can, you know. So I think maybe I can try this color, right? Just now I tried the blue one for the demo. I will try this color. This is a 593. So when you're applying this color on top of ink, like I mentioned, right, it must, the brush, you cannot have too much water, right? So it's a pure, very dry color paint. Right? You can have apply. I think I apply on this one first. This one almost dry, so I'm gonna apply here. Coming in 1, 2, 3. Right, then you can have a smaller one there. Same for this side. One thinner one, 2. And then for the top one, for this one, I'm gonna have 1, 2. On this side, 1 coming in. Right. Smaller one, you can have like dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Then on the tail, you can have a little bit in the tail. So now, when we finish this part, right, now we come back to the leaf. Now the leaf is almost half dry. So what we do is I wash off the color. Now I'm gonna take the heavier color here, right? So now I'm gonna do the wings. Remember the wings that we mentioned, right? The lines on the leaves. So I'm gonna have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, you are outlining the leaves, right? So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same, huh? So this one, 1, 2, 3. But one thing remember, right? When you're outlining the leaf, some of the very light leaf, you don't need to actually to outline everything, right? Just outline those heavier color leaves. Okay, so so we almost finished the painting, right? So far, any questions or anything about, like, let's say